Jazz music is fun. But anyway. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back. Happy Sunday. Alright, let's go ahead and switch music first. So we stop the jazz. Turn on the game music. And then we switch screens. Hello everybody! Welcome back to the stream! If you didn't catch the last stream where we were playing It Takes Two, we now have a cat cam, which I fixed the border on so you can actually fully see the Kato. This cute child next to me. So you can see them harassing me in real time. Or vice versa. Yeah. And along with that, now we have there's a new reward. So there is a new reward for Pato the Kato when the cat cam is on, if you would like me to stop and pet the child. Little fur cat over here. He's feisty right now, though. Want a high five? Cute. Alright. Let's see, and we've also moved... I moved this one, the Momopog emote, down to a... Oh wow, the heck? The UI changed a little bit on my emote setup. Anyway, yeah, I moved that to tier 2, because we have a different one coming up for tier 3 that hasn't been approved yet, but it's basically the other cat. This one right here. This little, this fur child here, Chiriko, licking his face, so that will be the lick emote for tier 3. Yeah, so that's what's going on now. Hope everyone's doing well. Happy Sunday. Hope you all had a good weekend so far. I'm ready to get back to this. It's been about a week since we last did it. So what I'm kind of thinking is maybe doing an actual semi-schedule for this stuff now. So we'll do Ace Attorney or some other visual novel or something like that on the weekend, and then maybe a little bit of Final Fantasy on Monday or Tuesday, and then a variety for one of the other many games I need to play on Thursday or Friday. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, how's about... Let me get myself set up here. My windows. Okay. Yeah, how's about we just go ahead and get back into the game now, shall we? Alright. Where did we leave off? So we left off... This is episode 2. So we got our client cleared not guilty for being a thief. Hey, 21 Snicks, welcome back. Hope you're having a good weekend. Recap, we got our client cleared from being a thief, but we may have implicated him as a murder suspect. Oopsies! That's our bad. So it's gonna be interesting because it's been a week. I might not remember what the voices were supposed to be. Yes, cat cam. We got a brand new cat cam because somebody gave me a new face cam. So I turned my old cam into the cat cam. So now you can actually see the cats harassing me in real time when they are. And then with this, there is a new channel points rewards thing for Pato the Cato, which can only be used once a minute, but it's basically to take a moment to just pet the cat and enjoy the cat when the cat cam is here. So that'll be there. That will be up whenever there's actually a cat here on this mat next to me. And then I'll just be, you know, switch it off when they're not there. Cute. Okay, anyway, let's play the game. Alright, so, murder, looking around. Is anything new about the note? So Ron received a blackmail letter. Oh, whoa, now there's two cats. Whoa, hello. Hey, Momo, what are you doing? Double cat cam? You startled me. You want to sit down too? I don't know if there's room for both of you on this mat. Don't fight. Sometimes they fight. Yes, look, Momo, look into the camera. See? Good boy. Alright. So Ron received a blackmail letter, huh? Did you just step on him? I'm sorry, Chiriko. Your brother's a jerk.
Do you think Miss Delight knows about this?
Well, if she did, I don't think she would have been smiling like that.
I wonder if we should tell her about it.
I think it'd be smarter if we didn't. Oh, don't leave. Come on, stay here. Stay here. It's fine. It's fine. He left. Alright, let's talk to... Oh, we already talked to her. She's got nothing else to say to us. Should we show it to her? Do you know about this? Pato the Cato already? Okay. We Pato the Cato. He is a good boy. He got stepped on by his brother, and he deserves it. Here, I have Pato the Cato. Alright. Okay, what was her voice like?
Oh, is that a letter just to my Ronnie? Sorry, but I hate it when people poke their noses into other people's business. It looks like Miss Delight doesn't know about it, which means she had no idea that her husband was being blackmailed.
Not striking a pose. You know nothing about keycard?
Ah, I know what that is. That's one of those key cards from Ronnie's company. Come to think of it, it's been a long time since I've seen one.
That's probably because Ron doesn't work there anymore. Ron's wallet?
That's Ronnie's wallet. It was found at the KB security on the night of the murder. Ronnie and I went out to dinner early that evening. I'm sure he had his wallet with him then.
So it's true then. He must have dropped it at the crime scene. Okay. Well. I don't know. Let's go look around somewhere. Oh, should we go to the CEO's office? The scene of the crime. October 13th, KB Security CEO's office. Hi, Darjeelingling. That's a lot of waving and zooming. You know what I got? I got Momopogs, which I have moved down to tier 2 because we have a new tier 3 that is a Chiriko Lick emote pending approval. So that should be available soon. So now on tier 2 you can pog with Momo. But here's a cat. Alright. So I guess this is where it all went down, huh?
The walls in here look thick, just like you'd expect in a CEO's office.
What does that got to do with anything? Hey, it's you guys! Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe. Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh?
Sure was, pal. That prosecutor made real fools out of us.
Yeah, I feel for you.
That's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like, oh, that was great. You guys got what you deserved, pal. Ho 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 ho. Or something to that effect.
Do I really sound like that to you, pal?
If the gumshoe fits.
Maya, that's rude. Well, anyway. Point is, I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs. And I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes I feel like wrong is the only way things go for us detectives.
Wow, I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy.
He's helped you out multiple times. Be nice to the man. Now, if this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating.
Wow, this safe is unbelievable.
I bet 4 pearls would fit in there. Why is pearls a unit of measurement?
And it's got a bunch of doohickeys attached to it.
It's pretty amazing, alright. Motion sensors, heat sensors, weight sensors.
Hey Nick, come on, let's open it and take a look.
If I broke into one of these, wouldn't that set me down the path to Hoodlumville? Why is the body sticking out of the safe?
This rope. You think it fell out of the safe when it was opened?
I don't think so.
So you mean?
Yeah, I think the string shows where and how the corpse is lying. It's pretty... This is a pretty weird... That's a pretty weird setup for a body, I gotta say.
You mean... the victim? He was killed by being crushed by the safe door?
She can't be serious, can she?
Wow, look at that huge frame photo.
Tall mountains rising majestically against a dark and cloudy sky. Why do all of these CEOs and bosses of companies have these ornately framed photos in their office?
There's a title written at the bottom of the photo. The greatest sunrise of my life. This is it? This was his best sunrise?
Either this guy didn't get out enough, or he had really rotten luck with the weather.
Maybe if he had lived a little longer, he would have seen some better days.
What's this big red button?
Oh, there's a button here. Let's see.
Why would you push it? Maya! Hey, cut it out! Don't press that!
That was pretty funny. I never knew Detective Gumshoe could jump like that.
What is that button anyway? It's an emergency buzzer! It says it right there on the panel. Oh, so we didn't read.
Oops, you're right. It's written right there. Nick, how many times have I told you to read the instructions first?
This girl. This alarm's connected to the basement guard room. It's used to summon security up here. Really? Then it's possible on the night of the crime.
Ooh, so when the CEO was attacked, do you think that maybe he pressed the buzzer?
Yeah, I thought about that, so I asked around down there. But they said they said that the buzzer never went off that night. There we go, I can talk, I swear. Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints on the buzzer. Although now Maya's are on it. Mr. Bullard, the victim, wasn't wearing any gloves, by the way, just so you know. I think we'd better go and talk to that guard about this emergency buzzer. Connected to the basement security office, there are no fingerprints on it. Big old desk. This must be the CEO's desk. It's a lot simpler than I would have thought.
Hey, that looks like a super soft chair. Let me try it out just for a second. Ooh, nice. I feel just like a CEO. Hey, you, whip me up a cup of some really expensive import tea and some scones. Move it. Ah, this is the life.
Victim sat in that chair just before he was brutally killed, you know.
Eek!
Oh, Maya. These look like some kind of bookshelf rolling cabinet hybrid.
I can't get in between these two shelves.
Don't strain yourself trying. It looks like the shelves are controlled by a special panel.
So I guess it's one shelf at a time, huh? Looks like they're filled with bunches of files.
Yeah, files filled with data about security jobs they were hired to handle. Interesting.
It'd be a good night's reading if you've got insomnia. I was hoping for something a little bit more exciting, like UFOs or something.
Why? Okay. Why would he have books on UFOs? Check out this big, thick binder here.
Leave the heavy lifting to me, Nick.
Reading a file isn't exactly backbreaking work, just a little hard on the eyes. Ah!
What did you find out, Nick?
This file. It's not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file is all about Mask to Mask. It's filled with info on him.
What? What kind of info?
It's filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods in the crime scenes.
Hey, Nick. Look at the last page.
It's a list. Let's see. Tier of Emanon, $100,000. This looks like a list of all the treasures that Mask to Mask stole.
So then, $100,000 is the value of the stolen item?
I don't know, that number sounds kind of low to me. I'd better secretly make a copy of this list. Kane's list added to the court record, found on a table at the crime scene. Maybe that's how much it was somebody hired him to do the job for, if he's the real Mask to Mask. Ooh. How about that? That's a good theory, right? Don't mind me, I'm just pouring some tea. Alright. What else we got? Nothing? Alright, let's talk to Gumshoe.
So what happened? Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder.
Okay, but the thing is, I'm not really supposed to. When has that ever stopped you before?
Hey, come on, what about how we put our hearts into our work? Things are really working against us right now and we need help.
Okay, I'll tell you. Just don't start crying on me, okay, pal? That was easy.
Okay, I won't cry on you, pal.
The victim's name is Kane Bullard. He was the CEO of KB Security and a pretty big fella in his own right. His corpse was discovered at 9 o'clock this morning. His estimated time of death was 1 in the morning on October 12th. That was a few days ago. We're in the future. Cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head. Oh wait, sorry, we're in the past. Probably an object in this room. It happened at exactly the same time that Mask to Mask was stealing the urn, huh? Alright, autopsy report added to the court record. Caused cerebral hemorrhaging from blunt trauma to the head.
So why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body?
There's a good explanation for that one. Bullard's body was stashed away inside that safe. Safe? Well, it is pretty big. Nobody had heard from him, and when they opened the safe this morning, out he came. Oh, so the body fell out. That white string must be the shape from when he fell out.
I think we still need some more information about Mr. Bullard.
Maybe you could start by getting the man's name right. It's Bullard, right? Not Billiard. Alright, about Detective Acme.
So, what happened to Master Mask?
He's at the detention center screaming like a madman. Investigate me again! He keeps yelling. No, I didn't mean him. He's not the real thief anyway, right? Oh, you mean that Detective Acme? Ha 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 ha. Ha, that was great. That guy got what he deserved.
Now that's the detective I know and love.
Think about it. Acme was always around when a calling card showed up. But he always mysteriously disappeared when the heist took place. I was hiding at the crime scene. Yeah, right. That's the lamest thing I've ever heard. That's how you just knew he was the thief. That would explain how he was able to retrieve the stolen item he keeps bragging about. Yeah, he just did that to make himself look like a great detective, that's all. But there's this one thing I can't figure out about his first heist. His first heist? Yeah, the Tier of Eminon case. There was a witness on that one.
A witness?
Here, I saved the newspaper clipping. Since the thief is already under arrest, you guys can keep it. Interesting.
Hey, this guard here. Haven't I seen him somewhere before?
It's pretty small, so it's kind of hard to see, but now that she mentions it... Newspaper clipping added to the court record. An article on Master Mask's first heist. Nice. Let's take a look-see here. Nope, it's just a picture. Can't read it. Okay, well. Let's take a look. Alright, Tier of Eminon Jewel, 100,000. Crown of Bangora, Artifact, 150,000. Left Hand of Hades, Sculpture, 240,000. Portrait of Magina, Painting, $500,000. What if he... Okay. So, what if Kane is Master Mask, or, you know, in charge of Master Mask and what he steals? Like the mastermind behind it, basically. So what if Kane was the mastermind? And the only reason why the Portrait of Magina, the last one, got returned is because whoever the buyer was for it negged on their deal, right? That would make sense. I think so. Okay, let's talk about Prosecutor Goto.
Ooh, that prosecutor. I really don't like that guy. The way he used our own evidence to do that to Mr. Delight.
Yeah, I think he did it that way just because he knew it'd hurt more. That's what my gut tells me anyway. Rude. So, who's that job-addicted masked maniac anyway? Prosecutor Goto? He's quite the enigma, huh? Thing is, pal, I never even heard of the guy before. He just showed up one day at the prosecutor's office. Came out of nowhere. That's right, he said that this was his first case as a prosecutor. And it's true, according to the records anyway. But, no way he's an amateur. He's an Iceman in court. A maverick that gives me goosebumps.
Goosebumps? You?
Yeah, I knew something was off about him, so I asked around. Nobody would talk to me. They all just turned the other way. Interesting.
Poor Detective Gumshoe, I had no idea you were so unpopular.
No, that's not what I meant. Oh, so sad. Sad Gumshoe. That Goto guy acts like he knows me and has a grudge against me. I get the feeling he's hiding some kind of dark secret. What if I show you the clipping? Tell me more. This was his first heist, and I guess I underestimated him. I was sure I was going to get him, so I was careless and lost the info on the witness. By witness, do you mean the guard in this photo? Yeah, he and the detective worked together to try catching Master Mask.
But he got away anyway, huh?
That guard? I got the weird feeling that I've seen him around lately. What if that's Ron? Or what if that's Larry? Oh god, what if it's Larry? Oh no. Oh no. I don't know. Who could it be? Very good question.
Detective Gumshoe, about this right here.
Sorry. Sorry to believe, but there's a limit to how much my brain can hold. Nope, that's not that hard to believe, Gumshoe, actually. I got 2 ears and 2 eyes, but I only got 1 brain. Oh god, it might actually be Larry. Oh, I hope it's not Larry. I can see your eyes and the ears, but the jury's still out on the brain thing. That's a little mean, but...
Hey, Nick, if you have something to say, just come out and say it.
No, we won't be rude.
So about this.
Huh? What's that? Hey, wait a minute, Maya.
What's wrong?
We copied that data without permission. Don't show it to him. He might get mad at us. So, what are you two whispering about?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just my billfold.
That's a pretty thick billfold you got there, pal. Now I really want you to show it to me. Nope, no comments on the autopsy report, okay. I don't know if there's anything else to ask you about right now. Ooh, we can go to the security room, nice. Oh god, that looks like Larry's jacket. Oh no. Oh dear. October 13th, KB Security Guard Office. Wow, this is really something else.
For security guard office, it sure doesn't feel very secure.
KB Security Guard. Oh. I just remembered. Larry might be. Hey Nick, what's up? So he is here. Yo, how's it hanging, dude? You got my sweet little Maya with you, too.
Hi, Larry.
Here I was, working my fingers to the bone. And in walks an angel. I got no problems with a daytime date. It's all good. No, that's not what we're here for. We're investigating the Bullard murder case. Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's so hopelessly clueless. Well, if it's about the murder case, boy, have I got some good info for you. Oh god, the cat jumped up on top of the shelf and I'm a little concerned. This one time when he jumped up there, stepped on the power button for the computer and turned it off.
Really? What is it?
Well, I don't mind sharing with my sweet little Maya, but Nick here's a different story.
But Larry, I thought you two were old school buddies.
That was then and this is now. What are you mad at me for, dude? That's my partner's seat. Your partner? Well, that's what I call her. She's my superior, actually. Kind of a weird old lady.
There's tea spilled all over that machine, you know?
Oh, don't worry about it. Just the other day, I spilled some chocolate milk on mine. How do these... Still works fine, more or less. They really know how to build them, I guess. I have questions. Something's written on this poster in fine print.
A guard's 5 commandments? Wow, this sounds serious. Let's see what it says. Number 1, obey thy superior. Number 2, respect thy superior. Number 3, smile at thy superior. Number 4, salute thy superior. Number 5, buy donuts for thy superior upon command. It's signed Wendy Oldbag, head supervisor. Oh god, no. It's the old bag. She's one tough old bird, let me tell you. Cross her and you come face to face with a real, genuine ray gun. I'm pretty sure it's a toy. Yep, sounds scary, alright. Well, fortunately she's on vacation. That's why I'm so relaxed right now. Many concerns are had. Hey Larry, that's your jacket, isn't it? That's right. Did you know you hung it right on top of some kind of lever?
Yeah, sure. I was told to never ever touch that lever. She scowled and huffed at me. Something terrible will happen if you do. Got it, Greenhorn? Why are you hanging on your... Why is he hanging his jacket on a lever he's not supposed to ever touch?
So why are you hanging your jacket on such an important lever?
Because it got me curious. The jacket's weight pulls the lever down. That's what they call an accident. Oh my god. Doesn't suspense just kill you? Don't you want to know what'll happen, huh?
It's true. It's killing me too. What about you, Nick?
Yeah, but for a different reason. Oh no, the cat left. Leaving is leaving. No? You don't want to come back? Alright, he's done. Alright, cat cam off for now. Off for now. There we go. Now you can see the rest of the room. What's this?
Wow, take a look at these things here. Hey, Larry, what are they?
Did you say, One sec, they just knocked down the camera. What the heck did you guys do? Where on earth is my camera? Cat, move. Cat, you're in the way. Cat, get out of the way. Well, that was an adventure. Sorry, guys. Cats being cats. Think it was higher? Close enough. Although now the green screen's all funky because it was trying to pick up other stuff. Great! Thanks, cats. Let's refresh you. There we go. All fixed. All better. Yeah, they knocked something down and it tugged on the wire of the webcam, or the new cam, and it knocked it down behind the computer, so... Well, that was a thing. Alright. I gotta move the wires back. Oh. I'm back here. My life with cats. Good? Are we good? You okay, camera? Okay. Seems to be okay. Alright. Hey man, it's not like I have to know what they are to do my job. I always thought they were just some kind of decoration or something. Oh boy. How did this guy ever get a job here anyway? Those screens there show what's going on all over the building, everywhere. And it's my job to keep a steady eye on them. All of them. I wouldn't sound so smug if I were you.
Can you watch regular TV on these too?
Maya, if anyone would sit here and watch TV instead of working, it's Larry. Hey Maya, I'm a pro, okay? Besides, you can't get regular TV on it. And how do you know that, Larry? Because that was my first bit of investigation, if you know what I mean. I wish I didn't. I know what you're thinking. It was a professional investigation, alright? This guy. That's my workstation. Pretty cool, huh? I keep a steady eye on the monitors and use that mic for communicating.
Look at all this equipment. It must be hard to operate.
No, Biggie. I think there's an instruction manual somewhere in this room.
Somewhere?
Instruction manual? What are you gonna do in an emergency? Well, I guess I'd start by calmly looking for the instruction manual. During that time, my partner, the old lady, would calmly look for her reading glasses. That's what us security professionals call teamwork. Oh lord. Even Maya and Pearls could run this place better.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
We're just gonna leave it at that. Alright, let's drink some water. How about that? You guys can't see him, but now there's a cat staring down at me from where he knocked down the thing that fell onto the webcam wire. Thanks, cat! So what's this good info you were talking about, Larry? Hey, I'm a guard, pro! I can't just give away information for free. You want some bribe? I thought professionals were more, I don't know, honest? Can you talk to him, Maya?
Larry, tell us already. What's the good info?
Hey, I like that. This kitten has got some claws. Okay, you really want to know? I do.
Yes, so tell me.
Okay, so the thing is, Rhonda Light was an employee here. And naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. Follow me?
Yes, you're a pro. I follow you. Go on.
Well, 1 year ago, Rhonda Light was fired. And there was no warning at all. It just happened all of a sudden. I know this is a small company, but I think that was pretty awful.
Guess you must have done something bad to have gotten fired like that.
Like maybe skipping out of work to go pick up hot chicks or something. No, that's something you would do, Larry. Nope, that's just you. So what's it like to be a part-time security guard? Let me tell you, it's tough. Well, you know me, I get by alright, I guess. First, I have to keep my eye on those monitors all the time.
Monitors?
There's security cameras set in each room around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out.
Oh.
And if I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of the teams.
What teams?
Security teams for this company. They're supposedly the best in the business. But I'm no amateur either, so if it's something small, I don't bother calling them. So, in other words, you basically watch TV screens all day long. Hey Momo, you want to sit on the cat cam? Since you kicked your brother out and you tried to take out the actual camera? There we go. Now you guys get a cat again. Enjoy, Momo. Look at this cat. Look at his face. Okay. Alright. The night of the crime! You were in this office when the murder took place, weren't you? Why do you say that? This is just a part-time job for me. I can't operate the equipment. I'm dumb. Even if it is part-time and you are dumb, you're still in charge of security here. Hey, give me a break. Don't try to pin the whole thing on me. That's not fair, Nick. Huh?
I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility.
Anyway, the point is you were here that night, right? Why do you have a psych lock, Larry? Oh no, I knew something smelled bad, and it was the butts after all! Well, it's like I always say, that was then and this is now, okay? Looks like we're gonna have to break his psych locks after all. Of course. Let's ask you stuff. You know anything about this article? Hey Larry, there's something I want you to take a look at. Hey Nick, I told you, I'm a pro, and you don't interrupt a pro when he's working. I don't have time to sit and chat with you, alright?
Oh, is that right?
Oh, naturally, I've got time for you though, Maya. We're gonna have to squeeze this guy if you want to get more info out of him, huh? Lord. Want to tell me about the buzzer? Hey Larry, there's something- nope, alright. We're gonna have to Magatama this guy and then hope for the best.
Take that!
The night of the crime. On the night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to? What? Huh? Of course I was. Why wouldn't I have been? Didn't you sneak out of work just yesterday to go see Miss Delight? Ah, but that was that, and this is this. Is there any chance that you snuck out of work last night, too? Never! I didn't sneak out! I tell you what, I'll even bet you $1. $1. Wow, now that's confidence. What's with that drenched in the rain puppy look on your face? Do you have evidence that I left my position, or are you just pulling my chain? The evidence that Larry was not manning a station when the murder happened is... Ooh, do I have something like that? Oh, he found the wallet, didn't he? Not at his station when the murder happened. He found the wallet.
Take that!
This wallet, you knew about this, right? I've never seen it before. Larry! Liar! You hand-delivered this wallet to Mr. Light just yesterday! Give me a break. You can't expect me to remember every little thing that happens. Well, I do expect you to remember something that happened just yesterday. What time is it when you found this wallet? I guess it was around 1 o'clock in the morning on the first floor of our company building. 1 o'clock in the morning? That's right. In other words, Larry, at the time of the murder, you were away from the security guard office! Yeah, but there's something you don't think about. What's that? My shift that day didn't start until 10 p.m. The murderer that night must have snuck in before then. What do you mean by that? If the murderer had snuck in before 10 p.m., then it wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift was before mine. Why do I have the feeling he still doesn't get the seriousness of this? Listen up, Larry. We know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 o'clock p.m. during your shift. Let's take a look at this. 1 o'clock in the morning. Proof that he snuck in after 10. I don't know if I have something like that. I don't know if we have something like that Oh wait, do we have the log? Night of the crime at 1 a.m. It was found in Ron's wallet. It's worth a shot. Let's try this out. Let's try the keycard.
Take that!
Larry, when you use this keycard, does it leave a record? Yeah, it does, but I can't show the record to just anyone, you know. And that keycard data was already made public in the trial today. What? I didn't know that. Any kind of request for info like that is supposed to go through me. Boy, did this sound a bit arrogant coming from a part-time guard. Anyway, according to the data, the door to the CEO's office was opened with this card. Furthermore, it was most definitely used at 1 a.m. at the time of the murder. No way! Yes, someone used this to get into the CEO's office. That happened at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime, right in the middle of your shift. Ooh. Larry, you can't duck your responsibility this time. Yeah, no! Unlock successful. Hell yeah. Alright, night of the crime. Ew, I knew it. It's all my fault. It's my fault that the boss was killed. My fault. Larry. There's nothing I can do. I have important issues to deal with too, man. What happened that night anyway? My Donna happened. Huh? Your Donna? I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, my Donna called me and said I have to talk to you right away. So I went to see her and He was standing right there next to her.
Who was?
Her new boyfriend. It was like some horrible joke. Before I knew what was going on, the guy socked me right in the kisser. Normally, I'm the one that does the punching. Isn't that right, Maya?
Yeah? Bye, cat.
There you go. So, that is why you left the security guard office? Ah, I'm sorry! This is all my fault! How can I ever make it up for it, Nick? What can I do? What?
He's curled up on the floor, crying like a baby.
Oh boy. Nick! Is there anything I can do? Anything, just name it. I'll do whatever I have to make up for it. I swear I will. Larry?
Hey, Nick, as long as he's offering, why don't you show him the evidence we've got?
She's right. Maybe we'll get at least one bit of useful information from him. Nick!
Okie dokie.
This you? Yeah, I think you know how much I want to help you guys, but I really don't know what to say about that. Okay, so it's not him. Thank God.
What is it, Nick?
It's just that he seems so, I don't know, pleasant. What's this do?
The buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to this room, right?
That's right, just like my heart is connected to yours, Maya. Oh, so cheesy.
Huh?
Go ahead, Maya, press the buzzer in your heart. I promise I'll come running your rescue like the professional guard I am.
Wow, that was pretty good.
No, it wasn't. Thanks, I try. Do you think you could tell us about the buzzer now?
Yes, please tell us.
Okay, I guess so. Prepare to be wowed. Well, that's our fourth bit of dialogue, so yay.
I accidentally pressed this buzzer earlier.
Yeah, I heard it. So that was you, huh? Alright, so this explains why nobody responded to the buzzer when she just pushed it for funsies, you know? You're a security guard, aren't you? Why didn't you come to the CEO's office? Well, this is the third floor of the basement. The CEO's office is on the first floor. I thought it would be a good idea to adopt a wait-and-see approach. Oh, Lord. Plus, there's a police detective here, right? I just didn't think it was necessary. It's as if he's trying to win an award for the laziest person on the planet.
Let's get back to talking about the night of the murder, okay? Is it true that the buzzer didn't go off that night?
There must be a record, right? You must have had a look at it, right? Of course I did, and I couldn't possibly have made a mistake either.
You think you could take just one more look for me, pretty please?
Oh, okay. I just can't say no to you, Maya.
What do you think, Nick?
He's probably right. I don't think even Larry could make a mistake like that. Ah!
What is it? What's wrong?
I made a mistake!
Huh? But how?
Can't be. It's impossible. Okay, enough already. What about the records? At night? It went off just once. In the morning at around 1 a.m. Ah, shit. Ah, shit, you lazy fuck. You let him die. Oh my god, Larry. How could you? You let your boss die.
1 a.m.? That's when the murder happened.
Really? Are you serious? That's terrible. It can't be. Buzzer record added to the court record. The buzzer went off once at 1:02 a.m. on October 12th in the CEO's office. Big oof. Well, that's interesting. Maybe we should tell that to Gumshoe.
Let's tell Gumshoe.
Hey, man.
Detective Gumshoe, about this right here.
Oh, he don't know shit. All right. I don't know what else to tell you, man. Nope, nothing about the photo. Okay. Okay. Well. We came from the hideout. So let's go to the exhibition hall, I guess. October 13th, Lordly Taylor, main exhibition hall.
The Treasures of Korean exhibit is all ruined now.
Maya.
I'm sorry, it's just so sad. This was our big chance for everyone to learn about spirit channeling.
We can cheer her up somehow. Well, now that we've got the Sacred Urn back, maybe they can reopen it.
Really?
Sure, maybe we can label it the Urn of Master Mass Desires. That would probably attract a lot of attention.
Whoa! 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 That's brilliant, Nick! We could clean up and be filthy rich. Woohoo!
Wow, that was surprisingly easy. Let's see. Let's go to the basement. October 13th, Lordly Taylor Basement Warehouse.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright.
Miss Andrews? What's she still hanging around down here for? She looks really nervous.
So, how's it going? What about the Sacred Urn?
The urn? Oh, that. It's been taken care of already. Sorry, I'm like adjusting things because I'm sitting a little further back now.
What do you mean, oh, that? Taken care of? Do you mean it's been found? Yes. It was brought in during the trial today. Wow, really? You really are the greatest, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Master Mass' wife that found it. Well, anyway, I'm so relieved.
There's a super bent sword.
Detective Acme said he got hit on the back of the head with this by the thief. That was obviously a lie. As it turned out that Acme was the real thief, it's still hard to believe.
Looks like Adrian feels really bad about it.
I'm gonna take full responsibility and fix that sword myself. I know I don't look it, but I have complete confidence that I can fix it right up. I promise I'll fix it so you never knew it was bent in the first place.
She did fix the urn, to be fair, and she spelled it right, although there is now a bunch of pink paint on it, which we still don't know why there's so much pink paint on it. Like, that's kind of weird.
Please be gentle with it.
That pathetic looking wooden box?
Aha! That's the box that had the Sacred Urn in it.
Don't touch it, there may be clues to the thief's identity on it.
Yeah, it looks so hard to make that box.
Huh? You made the poor excuse for a box, Maya?
What's that supposed to mean? And I'm so proud of it.
Poor Maya. Maybe it'd have been better if Master Mass had taken the box too. Let's slide over here. What's the deal with this paint? It looks to me like it's been dry for several days.
Something suspicious about this paintwork. The bottom left part of it is shaped oddly, and it's shocking pink.
I don't see how the color of the paint is in any way important. I do, because it's on the urn for some reason. Let's just talk to Adrian. Alright, Damask identity.
I just heard all about the...
Sorry, hold on. Wrong voice.
I just heard all about it on the news. So that detective was actually the thief all along.
It looks that way right now.
It's my fault. I'm the one who ended up hiring Damask to guard the rest of the treasures.
Don't blame yourself, you're just doing your job.
Hey Nick, if she wants to apologize, you should let her. So, when was it that you hired Detective Acme again? About 20 days ago.
And was it... When was it that the Master Mass calling card arrived?
That was about 10 days ago.
So he sent a calling card to the very place he was hired to guard?
I Guess that's it then. Detective Acme must have really wanted the Sacred Urn after all.
I guess so. That's kind of weird. Very strange thing to do.
What? So, Master Mask murdered someone as well?
Well, that's how things look right now.
Yes, but I thought that he was here stealing the urn at that time.
Well, we're talking about a criminal mastermind, so anything is possible.
Nick, let's get down to business already. On the night of the theft, did you notice anything suspicious about Detective Acme? No, I couldn't have. After all, he was hidden the entire time. I never even caught a glimpse of him.
He claims that's the way he always operates.
That's just what he says so he can have an alibi when he commits the theft himself.
Yeah, he was caught in the crime scene photo dressed up as Master Mask pretty well. We don't know for sure though, but that does seem pretty likely. This is a weird case.
So glad that you got the Sacred Urn back.
Yes, but there's still something that bothers me about it.
What is it?
I'm not exactly sure, but somehow the urn that came back seems different.
Really? You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Miss Andrews? No, I don't know anything. Why would I?
Because you fixed it. Cyclops. What are you even gonna lie about this for?
What do you think this means, Nick?
It means the person that holds the secret to the mystery of the Sacred Urn is our very own Miss Andrews. Let's get this over with.
Take that!
The Sacred Urn! Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the Sacred Urn?
Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit.
The urn that was submitted before the court today, it's obviously not the same urn as before.
Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake.
A fake?
You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence that the urn was submitted at the trial was genuine?
Do we? Warehouse camera went off at around 1 AM on the scene of the crime. Well, we don't have the urn in our record. Maybe this photo because it's in Maya's shabby little box that she handmade. Let's give that a shot. Well, Miss Andrews.
See? Look! It was fake after all.
Huh?
I mean, your evidence is fake too, as I expected.
Oops. Oops, I guess this isn't gonna help me much. My bad.
So, have I convinced you? Or do you have any evidence that the urn was submitted at the trial was genuine?
I don't think we have anything yet. We'll come back to this. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. Alright, well, we gotta find more stuff about the urn. Maybe we can go to the detention center? Or the Acme Detective Agency, that's a good idea. Let's do that one. October 13th, Acme Detective Agency. Whoa, this place is literally crawling with cops.
What do you expect, now that they know he was actually Master Mask? This must be incredibly embarrassing for them, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess they're trying to make up for it by tearing the place apart. Hey, I just noticed. Gumshoe was nowhere to be seen.
Well, he is a homicide detective. He's probably working on the murder case.
Wasn't he in charge of the Master Mask investigation all the way up to yesterday?
Well, a murder case is a lot more exciting, isn't it? He'd say something like, "There's nothing like a good murder case, pal."
Points for the quality of the impression, but I'm not sure Gumshoe has bloodlust, Maya. Is there nothing for me to look at? Seriously? Wow. I can't look at anything because of all the cops. That's a first. Alright, well, let's go to the law office, I guess. I don't know.
I'm glad we got the Sacred Urn back and all.
So then how come you don't look any happier?
Why should I? I don't know if it should say Ami or I am on it anymore. And now it's got big pink polka dots on it that weren't there before.
Don't you think you're overreacting just a little?
Overreacting? Nick, I can't believe you said that. I mean, it's like, I got it. It's like if I came in wearing polka dots on my acolyte costume every day and said, "Hi, Nick, I am. Well, do you still think that's no big deal?"
I guess it would be, a real disaster?
You see? Well, that's how I feel.
Okay. So we need to figure out what the fuck happened in the urn. Nobody to interview here. We've already got 4 things from you. Do you know? I don't think she knows anything about this. We might as well ask her. Excuse me, but would you take a look at this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't the faintest idea. Guess I just don't get out enough.
At least her rejection is short and sweet. How do we know that it's the real deal? Oh, I could have tried profiles. 30 years, a young but skilled lawyer. Amazingly powerful spiritual abilities. Sends a calling card before a heist. Hates criminals and cowards more than anything. Why was his body inside the safe? Is there anywhere else that we can go? I think we only have... Maybe we should show profiles to him. Tell me about the victim.
Detective Gumshoe, tell us more about Mr. Shane Bluebird.
Maya! That's Kane Bullard, not Shane Bluebird, pal.
Oh, yeah. The victim in this case just doesn't make much of an impression on me.
Well, you were the victim up until Mr. Bullard was found dead. Yeah, and his body wasn't discovered until this morning. Anyway, we don't have enough information yet. Can you help us out? Sorry, I'm actually a little confused myself. For some reason, I'm just blabbing like an idiot right now.
Okay, Nick. Now's your chance to get more info about the victim, so hurry up and ask.
What? Okay. Can you tell us more about Mr. Bullard?
He was the CEO of KB Security, right? What kind of company is it anyway?
Well, the company basically sends security teams out to buildings to guard them. Mr. Bullard must have had the chance to learn a lot of secrets doing this kind of work. Oh, and I don't know how to put this, but the guy was kind of a money grubber.
Really? Me too. I just love money. Just can't ever get enough.
Please stop leaning in towards me like that. You aren't going to get my wallet. Anyway, it looks like he did some pretty shifty stuff to earn his millions.
Oh, so that's my problem. I need to be shiftier.
Maya, no!
Let me
go already. Apparently, he was involved in selling trade secrets between rival companies.
Ooh, that's pretty dirty and underhanded.
Yeah. Oh, KB Security used to head security operations against Master Mask.
What? Really?
Yeah, and after screwing up so many times, the company's reputation really took a nosedive. This really was Bullard who sent Ron the blackmail letter, huh? Interesting. About this blackmail letter. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about it too, pal. Why would Kane Bullard have been blackmailing Ron Delight anyway? Well, Mr. Delight used to work at KB Security, right?
But what was it that made him quit? Nick, that's it. Maybe that's the same reason he's being blackmailed.
Well, I'm in the middle of investigating that right now.
Oh, alright.
Alright, well, we got more info at a gumshoe. I think we got everything we're gonna get out of Larry here. So that just leaves... That just leaves Miss Andrews. So we'll have to... try it out, I guess. Alright, let's save. Really quick. Just because we've been through a lot of dialogue. Okay, let's try it.
Take that!
The Sacred Urn! And she's gonna be like,
How did you know it's legitimate?
It's Maya's urn. She would know. Well, Miss Andrews? Oh, that's not it, apparently. Okay. The photo of the thing?
Take that!
Nope, that's not it either.
Well,
We need evidence that the urn was genuine. But I don't know if we have anything. How is Maya not proof that the urn's genuine, you know?
Treasures of Karain exhibit is my first job after last year's ordeal, and I really wanted it to be a success.
I got an idea. Why don't you redo the whole poster?
You could put something like, voted best treasure exhibit by Master Mask. Why, Maya, that's a fantastic idea.
Okay. That didn't give us any info at all. You got anything about this?
Sorry, I can't help more, but I'm so busy taking care of everything in front of me. I still haven't given up on the Treasures of Karain exhibit. Oh, Miss Andrews, I'm so happy to hear you say that.
Looks like the treasure exhibit is the only thing she has on her mind. Nope. Okay, nothing about that.
I thought the whole exhibit would be brightened up by something shiny and gold. That's why I went to the trouble of borrowing it from a branch family training hall. The gold statue was totally cool in my book. It arrived rather late, so I thought I wouldn't be able to put it on display.
By the way, it looks like the statue was moved on the night of the theft. Do you know anything about that?
Huh? No, it certainly wasn't me that moved it.
Why is she so flustered all of a sudden?
Detective Acme said he got hit on the back of the head with this by the thief. But that was obviously a lie. As it turned out that Acme was the real thief, it's still hard to believe. Looks
Looks like Adrian feels really bad about it.
I'm gonna take full responsibility and fix that sword myself. I know I don't look it, but I have complete confidence that I can fix it right up. Oh, this is the same thing we read earlier. I promise I'll fix it so you never knew it was bent in the first place. Please be gentle with it.
What if we show... I don't think... Man, I don't know what we can do to prove the vase is real. We can ask Gumshoe about it. Let me go talk to Gumshoe. He's in the office. Hey, Gumshoe. Still got no idea why Master Mask would go after a broken old pot like... Maya glares. I mean, this tasteful old family heirloom. Good point. Why go after a worthless piece of junk like... Maya glares again. I mean worthless in a good way. I mean, this is a first for the guy. You and Andrews hired Acme as security before the calling card even came. I wonder if that has anything to do with how things played out? Remember, don't tell anyone about that emblem, okay, pal? Does Steve ever send these to the police? No, always the victims. Up until now, the victims have always come to us looking for help, though.
That's not what happened this time, you mean?
Got that right, pal. Listen up. If you guys ever get one of those calling cards, I want you to come to us right away. Got me? Yeah, sure. The order of events is weird. Nope, doesn't know anything about that. Okay. Okay. He doesn't know anything about her. About Acme. I always knew there was something suspicious about this guy. And I was right! Turned out that Damask was really that ace detective in disguise.
You really thought about that?
Huh? Of course! It's a stone cold truth. Sooner or later, a guy like that always shows his true colors. Yeah, well, I think we saw a little too much of his colors today. Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that one. What else can we use to try to ask him about the order of events? About Master Mask himself? Nope, nothing? Okay. That's the same dialogue. About Rhonda Light. I feel sorry for him. He's kind of a sad young guy. Yeah, he seems to have a habit of always getting arrested prematurely. Well, it's just my personal opinion, but I think the police should have investigated the whole thing more carefully.
Weren't you the one that arrested him with a giant goofy smile on your face?
Come on, we don't have time to start with that. Let's just leave it alone. Oof. Okay. So the order of events is weird. Maybe we'll try asking Adrian a little bit about that. Got the calling card, Adrian.
I hired Detective Acme for security before we even received a calling card. I suppose that was a mistake.
Acme? I mean, Master Mask. He sent a calling card to the very exhibit he was hired to guard.
I wonder if it was because he knew it would be easy to steal. Yes, but he should have also known that he could easily become a suspect.
True.
Security camera was provided by Lord Taylor Department Store. I took a closer look at it the day after the theft. The timestamp on the photo is definitely real.
What else might she know about? Not anything to do with the murder. She's not gonna know about any of that.
So Detective Acme was actually Master Mask.
She really seems depressed. Can't say I blame her. She's the one who hired the fox to guard the hen house. Oof.
Sorry, I don't know as many people as I used to. So there really isn't anything I can tell you about that person.
Well. Nope, doesn't know anything about her. Okay. No, okay. Man, I don't know. We just still don't really have anything good for proving the urn is not a fake. I don't think there was anywhere else to go. What if we talk to Maya some more? Yeah, only 3 things from her. Okay, so... Just glad I got it back. She doesn't know if to say Mummy or I am. Yeah, okay, so that's what she said about that. So she's not sure what's correct. Oh, but Pearls would know. Right.
Pearlie sure is a good kid.
Yeah, but she tends to let her imagination get the best of her, though.
That's one of the things I like about her, silly. Slapping you the way she did, she's a tough one, alright.
You're telling me, I think she knocked a few teeth loose. Pearls is only 9, but it's amazing how emotionally strong she is. After all, the only family she has left is her only cousin, Maya. Maybe if we just present Pearls to Andrews?
You know, even I didn't know the statue existed until a little while ago.
Didn't Adrian say it's from a Fae branch family's training hall or something?
Yes, there are actually a lot of training halls scattered all over the country. Hidden away deep in desolate mountains.
Why does it always have to be desolate mountains? Still Ben, isn't it?
Detective Acme said it got bent when the thief hit him on the head with it.
Well, it looks like he ended up the bent one after he turned out to be the thief. He must have damaged the sword himself to back up his phony story.
Yeah, I guess he really does have a brawny mind, huh?
I think we're missing something. Alright, let's try telling Adrian that Pearls would verify it. Because Pearls is the one who broke it initially, right? Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, Pearls. Nope. Not Pearls. Aish! Man, I seriously don't know. What could we be missing? And they still won't let me look around here. There's nothing that I can use here. And Pearl took the... She took the actual urn back.
What do you think?
What do you think about this?
It seems like it has something to do with this case, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah, well... I don't know why there were glamorous shots of mask to mask in the first place.
So the mask to mask in this photo is Detective Acme in disguise, huh?
It looks that way. Acme knew there was a security camera set up in the basement. So I'm guessing this photo was probably a part of his elaborate plan. a notification on Twitch. What is this? Okay. Nothing more. Alright, what else can we show to Maya? Maya, I need you to tell me that the damn urn was real, but you're not even sure because you don't know if it should be on me or I am. No, man. Anyone have ideas? I'm open to ideas. Okay, we can't go to the detention center yet. Right. Oh, yeah, we can. Ooh. Nice. Okay, here we go. October 13th, Detention Center Visitors Room.
Ah, Mr. Wright! Mr. Delight, did they finish their interrogation? Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore!
Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you?
Well, you see...
On the same night, the Sacred Urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor department store. A blackmail letter, you got summoned due to KB security to hand over some money. And then that's where the CEO, King Bullard, was murdered. But there's only one Ron Delight, am I right? So the only question is, where were you that night? This time I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it.
Okay.
Mask to mask. Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you are mask to mask?
Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday?
That was a quick response. Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating.
But listen, Mr. Delight, at the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we?
Crazy laughter.
Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. I guess it's true. I wasn't the only one who stole the urn.
Oh, sorry, he wasn't the one who stole the urn.
Of course not. After all, you were at KB Security at the time.
So the person dressed up as Master Mask in this photo...
It's gotta be Detective Acme.
Night of the crime. So that night you didn't go to Lordly Taylor, you went to KB Security, right?
Yes, I went to KB Security at the time. The blackmail note said I should. Alright, what happened next? Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So then I used the keycard to unlock the door.
That's probably when he dropped his wallet.
When I went into the CEO's office, someone was in there.
Someone?
Then suddenly they bashed me over the head! Bam!
That silhouette looked a lot like Acme. So what if Acme is insisting that he is Master Mask and got hit on the head at the crime scene for the art thing, for the exhibit, because he doesn't want to get accused of being a murderer? Ooh. That's something, right? But then motive is still a thing. Like, what is his motive for Kane Bullard? There's a lot going on in this case. A lot of pieces to this.
Was it King Bullard that hit you? I don't know. Person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. Thought I'd died myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body.
So that's why you put it in the safe? Yes, that's right. So he didn't do the murder, but he is obstructing justice, so... kind of a thing still. I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it.
Okay, and what did you do after that?
Well, I got out of there for starters. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building. So I knew how to avoid being spotted by them.
Nick, all of a sudden, Mr. Delight kind of sounds like the murderer to me.
Please don't say that. Why were you fired?
Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago, you were forced to quit KB Security?
Ah! How did you... I am begging you! Please don't tell Dusty, please!
Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet.
Phew! Thank goodness. No, I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually.
Why have you been hiding it from her anyway?
Desi would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime. A criminal, a thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over.
Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place?
Because Desi spends money like it's water. There's no hard job in the world that could bring in enough money. Except being a thief. At least that's what I thought anyway. So he became Master Mask for Desiree, huh? Tell me more about your wifey. Desi, she really has a thing against criminals.
Do you have any idea why that is, Mr. Delight?
Well, if you want to know the details, you'll have to ask her. But the thing is, after I lost my job at KB Security, I needed to earn money to keep Desi satisfied. Lots of money. But I just couldn't seem to find a good job. That's why I wound up becoming the thing Desi hates the most. A thief. Nope. That ain't it. Alright. Hey, you want to tell me something about the urn? That's kind of strange.
What is?
Until now, Master Mask is going after famous works or of art or treasures. Why did you suddenly decide to steal this plain-looking urn that nobody would want? Make it sound like you had nothing to do with the theft. Yeah, it wasn't me that chose to steal this urn. Excuse you? What do you mean by that, buddy? This calling card, did you send this? No, that is, I don't know anything about that. I mean, I had other plans for that night already. That's true, he did get that blackmail letter after all.
What about Detective Acme? Could he be the one that sent it?
Looks that way. Can't think of anyone else. Yeah, that night, because of the letter, I had no choice but to go to KB Security. Wow, this is cool. I'm really into this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah? It's one of our most valuable treasures.
If I ever get out of here, me and Desi will go to Lord the Tailor. We check out the whole Treasures of Crane exhibit.
Okay, I guess. Just promise me you won't steal anything, okay?
Oh, don't worry. We'll be going when I'm not on this job as Master Mask. Well, that's reassuring.
This photo. This has got to be the real Master Mask.
I'm sure it is. I know Master Mask when I see him. Yes, but this isn't you, right, Mr. Delight? Well, no. I was at KB Securities then.
So then, I guess it really is Detective Acme after all.
Same as the statue dialogue. Okay. Skip. Blackmail letter.
So, was this blackmail letter written by KB Security's CEO, Kane Bullard?
I think so. Probably. You can only get into CEO's office if you have the key card. And the blackmail letter said to meet at KB Security.
Guess no one other than Mr. Bullard could have written the letter then.
I was at KB Security at around 1 o'clock that night. I took out my wallet to open the door with the key card. So, is that when you dropped it? I'm sorry. I should have told you the truth earlier. Yeah, you should have, man. What are you still doing with this key card anyway? Didn't you return it when you left your job at KB Security? Of course I returned it! Don't be silly. But it got sent back to me along with a blackmail letter.
With a blackmail letter?
Yes, it said, use this to enter the CEO's office. What do you think about this? I don't really think I can help you with that. No, that's not it. It's just that the thing is I don't really know if I can say one way or the other.
I didn't really catch that.
Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. You know anything about this list? This list, we found it in the office of the CEO, Mr. Bullard. Hey! This is a list of all the things Master Man stole! And that's the value of each item listed next to them. $100,000, $150,000.
Are you sure that's the value of the stolen items?
The numbers seem a little low to me. Even on the black market, the prices should be at least 3 times higher than that. He knows about that stuff because he used to be a security guard. Pretty weird. Hey! This is an article about my debut heist! Oh, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail.
But Master Mask, he must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared.
That's right. I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my Master Mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. Then I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Oh my god, it's Braun in the photo! Then I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, eh?
Wow, awesome! Hey, hold the phone.
The guard in this photo. Is this you, Mr. Delight? That's right. Nice trick if I do say so myself. Nice and easy to figure out. Even Pearls could see through that in a heartbeat. Newspaper clipping updated in the court record about first highest garden photo is Ron Delight. But as you might expect, Detective Acme found such disguise. Truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Acme found the Master Mask disguise? That's interesting. That would explain why he has one. Yes, and I heard that he brought it home with him. So that's it. That's when Acme got his hands on this. Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume.
That must have been really time-consuming, huh?
Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I seized the first of the blackmail letters. First! Really like Ronnie's a fun character? Yeah, he is. He's a pretty nice kid. A little strange. Got himself some strange hobbies, but he does it all for his wife, who he loves a lot. And she spends money like nobody's business, apparently.
Blackmail letters?
You got them starting when? Tell me more, now. Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. Blackmail letter? This blackmail letter? It's the first one you got? No, of course not. But this is the first one that ever called me out to a specific location. So did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tea of Amanon heist. That first letter, it said, I know you did it. So someone found out about your true identity, just like that? It's not easy being a master thief, you know. I've got proof that it was you, so give it up. So give up, it went on to say. So in the end, I had to give up the treasure I once through all that trouble to steal. Is that right? Hey, hang on a second, what do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel on the safe deposit box the letter specified, someone sent me $10,000. Interesting. No one said anything about me being worried, you know. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. Plans? What the fuck? So there is a mastermind behind Master Mask, okay. Mr. Bullard, my old boss, it's so sad. Do you have any idea what might have happened? Was there anyone that might have wanted him dead?
Oh, yeah, sure. Mr. Bullard was the type of guy who made lots of enemies. He did also certain things to people.
Wait, do you mean he scared people or that he threatened them with blackmail?
And I guess they're kind of the same, right?
Hey, wait, do you know Larry? What do you think about this?
I don't really know what I really think I can help you out.
That's the same thing. Didn't miss anything. Alright. About Acme.
He's an ace detective, alright. He's been holding my trail ever since the first heist. Yes, but he made a pretty stunning confession in court today. It was me all along. I'm Master Mask. I don't know what to say. I guess he's just delusional.
That's exactly what your wife said about you.
Once I decided to become a thief, I started studying like crazy.
Studying? Like what? Petty Larceny 101? The history of pilfering?
Ha! No, but I watch a lot of movies and read a lot of novels about great thieves. Oh yeah? I admire you for doing your homework if nothing else. Most of the great ones had their own trademarks. Flashy costumes, calling cards, unique laughs, and catchy slogans like, "Farewell, my friends!" Figured I needed to do a good job with that if I was going to make a splash. Yeah, I guess you really can't say goofy stuff like that unless you're a master thief. Farewell, or we shall meet again. You know, hokey stuff like that.
Interesting. Oh, heist plans! Give me more!
What are these plans you're talking about? There are instructions on how to steal a crown, or a painting, or some other rare treasure. They show security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods. So you mean the one who planned the heist wasn't you? No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After that, I received the plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans. Sounds like Mr. Delight is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him.
So Ron Delight was Master Mask after all? But someone else is behind the thefts. Someone who planned them all out in detail.
All I had to do was deposit the treasures I stole into the safe deposit books. And I just waited for the cash to come in some air.
Could you try not to look so gleeful about it?
So you went after the Sacred Urn because of those plans too? Well, see, the truth is I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal.
Mr. Delight, is everything you've just told me the truth?
Yes, but please don't tell Desi, okay?
Ron's testimony out of the court record. From Damask's second heist on, he was stealing as directed by Blackmail Letters. Ron, before we go, there's one more thing I want to ask you.
Yes? But please don't hurt me.
Mr. Kane Bullard, do you swear that it wasn't you who killed him?
Yes, of course! I could never! I'm not lying! All I did was hide his body in the safe. But then I was afraid they'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday.
Why?
Well, the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, so I'd have an alibi, right?
Screwed up his alibi.
I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. Delight.
I guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight at his word.
Mystic Maya! Hey! Pearly! Come back!
Hey, Pearls, so what have you been up to this whole time?
A Sacred Urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Korean Village to have it examined. And? What did you find out? Well, there's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn. Phew! That's a relief. I was really worried. But there's one small problem. Problem? These cute little pink splotches? They said that it's paint, and that they were put on the urn recently.
Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal?
What's the big deal? We gotta find out how they got there. That's the big deal. Yes, Mr. Nick, we gotta find out how they got there.
Okay. We'll go find out how they got there. Please don't forget about me. Sacred Urn refiled in the court record. Found in Acme's office, covered in pink splotches, but it's the genuine article. Now we've got our proof to go question Miss Adrian Andrews. All right, to the department store. October 13th, Lordly Taylor Basement Warehouse.
Oh, Pearl.
Oh, sorry, hold on.
Oh, Pearl. How nice to see you. Hello there. I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to? Well, actually, I was having this urn examined. Oh, I see.
Maybe if we take another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here.
Nick, let's look around one more time.
Oh, alright. Box or something. This box, there's something about it that's bothering me.
That's the box the Sacred Urn was in. It looks like there's some pink paint on it, too. And it's definitely the same color as the stuff on the urn.
I think I know how the paint got on it now.
Alright, let's investigate again, Nick.
One box that has a Sacred Urn in it has pink stains on it.
This is the camera and computer that Detective Acme set up, huh?
That's what he said.
And he still let it take a picture of him. Guess he's not as smart as he pretends to be.
That camera belonged to Lordly Taylor, so he knew he couldn't tamper with it. So then why would Master Mask allow that to happen? To create an alibi for the murder? Paint. Looks to me like it's been dry for several days.
Something suspicious about this paint mark. Bottom left part of it's shaped oddly and it's shocking pink. Mr. Nick, could it be that this odd shape is...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it.
Ah, that's the box the Sacred Urn was in.
If you look here, there's a little bit of paint on the box as well.
Wow, you're right. Look, it matches. What is it, Mr. Nick?
It's all turning out exactly as I thought it would. Paint mark side of the court record, completely dry. The box of the Sacred Urn fits in the gap perfectly. I think it's all starting to become clear. We're that much closer to solving the mystery of what happened in the urn. Okay. Let's talk to Andrews now. I think we have enough now.
Take that!
Let's do this. The Sacred Urn. Proof that it's genuine. Yeah, we had it examined.
Take that!
Sorry to break it to you, but the urn is the genuine article. Pearls went back to the Crane Village and had it examined.
Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how.
What she discovered was that the urn had been broken. Again.
Did you say again?
Yes, it was broken once a year ago. And now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently, too.
Recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken recently?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know?
The paint?
Take that!
So, Mr. Wright,
Huh?
why do you think it was broken recently again?
Well, but because, I just think so.
Sorry, but that's not a valid explanation.
Oh, it's probably the photo of where it says I am. Wasn't there a spirit inside that urn? What happened to that? It probably flew out the very first time it was broken. By pearls. Or, you know, if it was broken to begin before that. Grr, that has become 100. Well, it was. It was broken recently. Come on, you know it. I'm not willing to yield to you on this point.
Gret, please. No, I'll ask you one more time, Mr. Wright. Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know?
Well, it was rearranged. The letters are rearranged.
Take that!
There we go. That's the one. This poster, it was made recently, right?
Poster? Yes, the poster for the exhibit.
At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said I am on it. But now for some mysterious reason it says Ami. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed.
I am? What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even there when this photo was before this poster was taken.
That was a mistake. Now, tell the truth.
Well, wait!
For...
Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it.
Huh?
Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people at the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened.
It looks like she's not going to give up that last cyclock so easily.
Do you have any proof that the urn was broken here at Lord the Tailor?
Yeah, the paint.
Take that!
Well, Miss Andrews,
What is this supposed to mean?
there's pink paint all over this urn. And there's pink paint all over the floor and walls of this basement warehouse. In other words, this urn was broken here. You can't weasel out of this one, Miss Andrews.
But
Uh-oh, she's trying to make her escape.
you can get ink paint anywhere.
Well, there's none in my office, that's for sure.
Well, there's one in my room.
Liar.
Anyway, the paint on the urn and the paint on the floor. There's no proof that it's the same paint.
Come on, this is getting ridiculous. The proof linking the paint on the urn to the paint on the floor is the box.
Take that!
This box, the urn was stored in this, right?
Yes, that's right.
Well, there's pink paint on this box as well. I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you?
Yes, more or less.
Paint on the floor has an odd shape imprinted in it, doesn't it?
Yes.
If you put this box in the impression in the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. Which means this box was dropped right over there. And that is when the urn was broken.
Your name does you justice, Mr. Wright.
Yay, refilled most of my bars. Alright, cool. The Sacred Urn.
I'm so sorry. I was the one who broke the urn.
Boy, does this make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher.
That was neat. I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did. Well, that's not so hard to understand. Is it, Pearly? No, not at all. I know just how she feels. It happened about 2 weeks ago. Just after the poster photo was taken, on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box. When I tripped on a paint can and lost my balance. The box I was carrying crashed to the ground. I heard a terrible noise. I thought my heart was going to stop. Being the worst, I opened the lid of the box, and that's when it happened.
Ooh, it all came out.
The broken pieces of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. I was in shock, and let out a huge scream. I could totally see how that could have happened.
Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands.
Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Korean Village. So I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big. And that's when the I am got changed into Ami?
I didn't know how it was originally written, but any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Ami.
Any sane person? Really?
Be nice to Pearl, she doesn't know how to spell. Oh, Pearls. She said she wasn't very good at spelling.
Anyway, I put the urn into the storeroom and no one had seen it since then.
Sacred Urn updated in the court record. Broken and repaired by Adrian 2 weeks ago, then replaced in its box. Kept out of sight.
But there's something I don't get.
When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains.
Well, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it.
Yami face statue. Ha. First time that we came down here, it was on the night that the Sacred Urn was stolen.
Mr. Nick! There's no paint marks on the walls or the floor of the warehouse when we were here. Well, there's a very good reason for that. On the day of the crime around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. And I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it.
I see. That makes perfect sense.
There's still one thing I found strange.
What is it, Pearl?
The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. At that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible.
She's right about that. Well, Miss Andrews?
Huh? What? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again?
Well, then who was it? Who would have done it and why? On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. Then the next day it was moved. But why? Ami Faye's golden statue updated in the court record, carried in the basement warehouse the day of the crime. Moved again that night. Mysteries. It looks like some connection between the Sacred Urn and the murder case. Why? Why do you think so, Nick? Because that night, the real thief, Ron Delight, was at KB Security. So then why did another Master Mask show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact.
One undeniable fact?
The murder trial is starting tomorrow, but it looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance. So we have a probable fake Master Mask running around. We still don't know who hit Ron. Who was blackmailing him. Yep, pretty weird. And that last blackmail letter that Ron received seems like it was weird because it was telling him to go to a specific location. And instead of giving him plans for how to steal something, at least I assume, instead of giving him plans to steal something, it was telling him to bring money. So that's kind of weird, right? October 14th, 9:41 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 4.
Hey, Nick.
What is it this time?
You'll believe how many people are here for the trial.
Well, it is a murder case.
What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door.
Next door?
Why don't you know this, Nick? We're having Detective Acme's trial today.
Oh, Detective Acme.
They say they're going to try him as Master Mask.
Already? That was fast.
Boy, I'd love to see Master Mask's trial.
Who's this? I know. By the way, where's Pearls?
Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect her training anymore.
I know you don't like me. Pearls has really gotten to her training lately, huh?
Yeah, ever since that incident last year.
Please, don't ignore me!
Oh, Miss Mr. Delight, good morning.
No one likes me. No one would notice me even if I killed someone.
Come on, don't be silly. Wait a sec.
I mean, you're the murderer?
No! I'm just a poor thief!
No, wait, that's not right. A thief can't really be poor. Now let's see. According to Mr. Delight, from his second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending to him to help him commit the heist.
You really think there's a connection between the thief and the murderer, Nick?
It's possible, but today's trial is a race against the clock.
Huh? How come? Let's just take our time like always.
I'm afraid that's not an option. Is it because we need to beat the verdict in the other room for Acme? Yeesh! Alright, October 14th, 10 o'clock a.m., District Court, courtroom number 6. Oh god, I forgot about Godo. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. You're ready. Preparation is the last refuge of the weak. Okay, settle down, everyone. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Godo. He's got the judge in the palm of his hand yet again. So curious about Godo? Me too. Very super curious. Like, what's his deal? Ron Delight is simply too young to be sent to war. That's all. The hell does that even mean? I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Godo. Then you need to get out more, Your Honor. Life is war. But that is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording. Up, here we go. Here comes the coffee. That's all my statement means. You understand now, right? Yes, well then, let me briefly summarize the details of this case. Wow, the judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change. That's impressive. The victim is Kane Bullard, CEO of KB Security. Coffee counter 1. Nice. His body was found in a safe at approximately 9 a.m. on the morning of the 13th. However, the time of death was estimated at 1 a.m. of the previous day. And that's when our little lost kitten dropped the ball. That little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant. Very well then, Mr. Godo, please call your first witness. Never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial. But the first one is always the best. Mr. Godo, your witness? Okay then, let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, has to say for himself. Defendant? Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? May be a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant testify, but... Remember when Mia was defending me? She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then. We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to testify. Huh. You've got guts, Trite. 17 cups of coffee during a trial, that's a cup every 3 minutes. Holy shit! That's a lot. That's a lot of coffee. Alright then. Mr. Ron Delight, please take the stand. You did it, didn't you? Yes. What? No, that's not true! For a moment there, I thought we'd set the record for the shortest trial ever.
Well, Mr. Delight already looks funny guilty with that face he's making.
Ron, please. And when he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin. Very well. Now then, can you tell me something? You didn't kill Bullard. Why did you go to KB Security? Oh, well, that's kind of hard to say. Boy, I would go home. Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened. Oh boy. My visit to KB Security. That evening, around 1 a.m., I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. It's a blackmail letter I got. It ordered me to go there. I'd been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was. 1 a.m., the exact time the murder took place. The weak get washed away by the tides of fate. The strong drink it up. Ha! It's bitter too today too. Just like my destiny.
You never know that from the way he's chugging it down.
Coffee counter too. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please. Oh, Ron.
Hold it!
Press everything. 1 a.m., huh? You're absolutely sure about that? Yes, that's what my watch said when I was entering the CEO's office. No. Actually, I'm not really sure. My watch was slow and my internal clock was also good. 1 a.m. That's the exact time the victim, Mr. Bullard, was murdered, correct? It's too late for a coffee date, that's for sure. That's true. Blackmail Letter ordered him to go up there. It ordered you there? It was the first time I'd gotten a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere. Does that mean you've gotten other blackmail letters then? Oh, of course. They'd say things like, steal this or take that. Why don't you save those for later, Mr. Delight? Please don't say anymore. Now, what should I do? I press harder. So, what did the blackmail letter in question say? It said, "Do bring $50,000. Money, yeah. Perfect motive for committing murder. Oh, but wait! I never intended to pay that money anyway. Oh, is that right? After all, he had nothing to hold over my head, and nothing to be afraid of. Oh, so he's confident that it's not Kane Bullard who knew his identity and was setting him up to do all of the heists. Okay. Interesting. An important point indeed. Witness, let's have that added to your testimony. Yes, sir. Muddy Mud Skipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do. Blackmail threat didn't scare him. Just what were you being blackmailed about anyway? Blackmail letter said if you don't want your identity revealed, correct? I'm sure it was referring to the whole master thing. But I wasn't worried. Mr. Bullard didn't have anything on me. He didn't? Anyway, I don't care what anyone says about me. Just as long as Darcy believes in me. So that's why Mr. Delight didn't believe he was Master Mask. That's why I knew they were just hollow threats. Working at KB since a year ago. Or before a year ago. You used to be a security chief for KB Security, right? Yes, that's right. Security chief? You? And yet, a year ago you were fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge? Perfect motive for murder, wouldn't you say? This isn't good. Maybe I should change the subject. Why were you fired? Mr. Delight, please tell us why you were fired from your job. Well... The world is filled with those who have said, I wish I'd never asked that. Okay, then you gotta take it back. Defendant, please answer the question. I needed money. Needed money? Well, you see, Tessie loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby.
Not exactly the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick?
My salary wasn't nearly enough, so I stole data from the company. Come again? KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief, I stole some data and sold it. Mr. Bullet found out and I was fired immediately. What? I wish I'd never asked that. I was somehow able to keep it a secret and made it seem like I'd quit on my own.
What is it, Nick? You don't look so good.
Someone who brings harm to their company is fired as punishment. You do well to remember that.
He sure told you.
So you admit that you stole data from your company, is that correct? Yes, I'm sorry. This is a very important fact. Please add it to your testimony. Oh man, this whole thing just took a big turn for the worse. Crashed and blew up. It's gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of disaster. Fired me for selling company secrets, but Desi doesn't know about that. I don't know. Just keep pressing. Why would you do something like that? Well, for Desi's hobby. What else? Wasting money, huh? It's not a waste!
So, Miss Delight doesn't know that her husband was fired, does she?
So it would seem.
Not sure what to think about couples who keep secrets like that from each other.
I can't believe it. This case has gotten even Mai to think seriously about couples. Please try to stay focused, Mr. Wright.
There wasn't much to his testimony, was there?
Sounds like he's avoiding something. At least that's what it sounds like to me.
Uh-oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. We better be careful.
If we don't find a way to make him spill the beans, we'll never get closer to the truth.
Yeah.
Threat didn't scare him. He wasn't gonna cause trouble or anything. Should we try the other one? Fired him for selling. Blackmail threat didn't scare him. Blackmail letter the identity. Oh shit! Was that more? I'm afraid that that reason isn't gonna hold up anymore. What do you mean? The victim had no proof that the defendant was Master Mask. But you were the one who stole company secrets only 1 year earlier. But that was all over once I was fired! But it is true that the fact I stole secrets was kept under wraps. Even so, there was no reason for me to pay up now, a whole year later. Is that really true?
What is it, Nick?
The fact that Ron was stealing company data. I wonder if he would have had a problem if that ever became public knowledge. Yeah, he would. Mr. Delight, I believe you would have been in considerable trouble if your identity as a company data thief was made public. Mr. Wright! What are you trying to do by bullying your own client? I get to the truth sometimes! Men are like the colonies of bacteria. The more heat you apply, the faster they grow. That's exactly right! Well then, feel free to keep up the heat, my little lawyer amigo. Little lawyer amigo? Yes, now come on. Provide some evidence to back up your assertion. Why would Mr. Delight want to keep his data stealing secret from going public? His wife.
Take that!
Mr. Delight, what you said just now doesn't match what you told me yesterday. Huh? What doesn't? Coffee counter 3? Oh no. That's a lot of coffee. I think you must have been scared. Very scared. Of having a certain person find out your secret. Certain person? Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife.
Ah, but listen to me, my Desi, she's...
Looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it truly begins. Godo. Yes, we know. It was all your wife's fault. What do you mean? Mr. Delight stole company's data to pay for his wife's spending habit, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that is how this murder came about. Oh, Nope, everything is falling neatly into place for him.
Don't talk about my Desi like that, or you'll be sorry!
Ron, chill! Well, it seems that we've learned a great deal of things here so far. Can't stick around for the rest. Alright, have a good night, 21 Snakes. I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday, and see you next time.
What do you think, Nick?
I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly whipped in just 20 minutes. Clearly, there was sufficient motive for murder. He stole data for his wife, and he killed to protect his secret. Family man who cared just a little too much. The motive is clear. Let's move on. What happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Delight? Come now, tell us. We're all ears. At the CEO's office.
When I entered his office, there was a suspicious shadow down there. Suddenly, I was hit on the forehead. To that, I remember being a bit dazed.
What if Acme took the sword with him from the statue? And then he used it to bean Ron on the head. But then the timing of how he got there, because there was still a photo at 1 a.m. There's a lot of mysteries.
Suddenly, I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Bull was lying there, dead.
I see. Suddenly hit on the forehead, huh? I believe the detective from yesterday provided similar testimony. He said that Master Mass struck him on the head from behind. Of course, since Acme turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie. Ha! No one's going to believe a pathetic lie like that.
What are you saying? I really was attacked.
We'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination. Got that, Mr. Wright. Don't go easy just because he's your client. If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend. More coffee. You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Godo. I have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it. At the CEO's office. Alright, we're gonna press on everything again. Suspicious shadow. Who is this suspicious shadow?
There was 1,000 of me, and if even one knew, I'd tell you. Trust me. His dodging all of our questions is not helping us with this case.
Okay, then how was the victim Mr. Bullard at that time?
What do you mean by how was he?
Who's gonna keep count of coffee? I don't know, you should do it. There was already one that you missed, so now we're at 4. We're at 4 coffees. Was he already dead? Was he still alive? Maybe he was the one who hit you in the first place.
That's a good question. What do you think, Mr. Wright?
Forget it. Hit on the forehead, and then he was dazed. Your forehead?
Yes, I was hit on the forehead as soon as I entered the room. It was an amazingly fast and powerful attack.
Do you remember anything about who hit you?
Well, like I said,
It was fast and a powerful hit. So I think it was a little dazed for a while.
I don't think Mr. Delight even grasped what you were asking.
Yeah, I'd like to show him a fast and powerful attack myself. Maybe that would knock some sense back into him. Kevin wearing that, his mask? Matt, could you please clarify what you're referring to?
Why, my Master Mask costume, of course.
Wait just a moment. Master Mask?
Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Master Mask. And then I just sent it upon the office of the CEO of the KB Security.
What?
Nick, did you know about this? You never told me this.
I mean, I assumed he was dressed that way because he's dressed that way now and he was arrested, so... Probably wearing it. I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me either, but... You know, sometimes. And I didn't know that. Seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets.
I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. Wait. That's not right. You know, sometimes things just slip your mind.
Ha! My 6th cup of coffee is staring up at me coldly. That's his 6th? Did I miss some? At any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of information. Witness, please correct your testimony.
I'd have been killed if I hadn't been wearing my Master Mask costume.
Why were you dressed up as Master Mask?
Why? Because I'm Master Mask, of course.
What are you talking about? Master Mask trial is being held next door.
Ah, yes, I guess so. Anyway, it's that time. I thought I was being blackmailed over the Master Mask issue. So I thought that I should go with him just to be safe.
Oh boy.
Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with the cape. That's why it took a lot longer than I'd expected.
Took a lot longer? What's he talking about? Press harder. What do you mean by it took a lot longer?
Oh, opening the safe, of course.
Opening the safe to hide the body.
My cape got caught on the safe door, you see. This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullard's body.
Ah, we dig ourselves into a deeper hole. This is the life we live now. We live in this hole. It is dark, and I suppose it must be comfy because we've been here for a while. There's plenty of tea at least. But I'm almost out. What was that? Back up a second.
Yes?
You were the one that hid the body in the safe?
Well, yeah.
Inconceivable! Why? Just why? What reason could you have? What were you thinking? Question. When does someone toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine? What? The answer is simple. When they take them off. As usual, I have no idea what you're saying. Do you mean that Mr. Delight hid the body because he's the murderer? Ha, so you're not as stupid as you look. This metaphor this time was really obscure. Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, do you?
Well, yes.
Why am I the only one not in the loop here? Witness, make sure you add this to your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh, looks like a storm front is moving over the fair weather judge. Oh dear.
I panicked and hid the body in the safe. It took about 10 minutes.
why did you hide the body in the safe anyway? Because it wouldn't fit into the drawer. That's not exactly what I meant. When I saw the corpse, I kinda lost it. I thought, say to find his corpse, I'll think I did it. Think you had a simpler reason than that. It's because you killed him. And that's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body. That certainly makes more sense. Hold on. 10 minutes? What is it, Nick? I just had a thought. Under those circumstances, would you normally try to hide the body? It's gonna take 10 minutes, someone's gonna walk in on you, you would fucking leave, right? And spend 10 whole minutes to do it. Under those circumstances? What circumstances? Oh. Hey, Nick, if you think his behavior was so strange, why don't you present some evidence that would show just what those circumstances were? That's it, I'll take a look at the court record and present some evidence.
We heard this from Mr. Delight yesterday, didn't we?
There's not much in his testimony either.
Bet he's still hiding something.
Wouldn't be surprised, we'll just have to draw it out of him.
Just hope he doesn't make things any more complicated.
Mr. Buller was dead. So he took his time to hide the body. Alrighty, what do we got? Whoa! Nope, damn it, that was the wrong button. Ten minutes, alright. Yeah, the buzzer went off, so why would you not skedaddle out of there if you were the murderer? Because you would have known that he hit the damn button. Let's give this a go, shall we? Ready? Objection! Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record? And what might this be? The record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to security. If the button in this office is pressed, a security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed just once at 1:02 a.m. What? If Mr. Ron DeLight truly was the murderer, he would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. After all, the security guard would have been heading his way.
Objection!
Huh. Let's remember who we're dealing with here. He probably had no idea there was a security personnel in the building. Nah, he used to work there. Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as chief of security. There's no way he wouldn't have known about them.
Objection!
But, as it turns out, the guard never came. Yeah, that was nothing more than a coincidence. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser, who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend, and wasn't anywhere in the... Sorry, I just sneezed. And wasn't anywhere in the vicinity was not something Mr. Delight could have known.
Objection!
Again, remember who we're dealing with here. It's a sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off. That buzzer's really fucking loud, buddy. That buzzer is extremely loud. There's no way he could have ignored something like that. If he had been conscious, that is. Conscious? What do you mean by that? Ugh. More coffee! Fine. Let's hear your theory. Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes. Unconscious, so he fainted. That's why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body. So what are you trying to say? Mr. Delight was knocked out, and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it can only mean that there was another person in that room. That's right. Whoever it was, they knocked out Rhonda Light and they then pressed the buzzer. Order in the court! Mr. Wright, this is...
Objection!
This is preposterous. It was this kid. Rhonda Light is the one who killed Kane Bullard. And who pressed the buzzer? It was... the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push that button. Ah! So Kane Bullard sounded the buzzer himself. No, there's no fingerprints. What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright? I need to prove that the real criminal was there at the crime scene. How? Can I prove that it wasn't Kane Bullard who sounded the buzzer? Oh, hell yeah. I can prove it all right. We talked about this with Gumshoe. The defense's opinion is this, Your Honor. This piece of evidence proves that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer itself. No fingerprints on it. Take that! I believe this is the piece of incontrovertible evidence you were looking for. The emergency buzzer? Is there some kind of clue on it? Absolutely not. Hey, come on now. At least give some thought to what you say before opening your mouth. The fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue. No, I'm the one who's clueless. And this button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullard had really pressed it himself, naturally he would have left his fingerprints behind. Don't spit out your coffee, kids. Rhonda Light obviously wiped them off. Why would he? A guard would have come in at any moment. Touch that button. No, he did. The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Mask to Mask. And Mask to Mask always wears gloves. What reason could he have had to wipe the button free of fingerprints? Order! 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 Let's see. More coffee. I've been forced to eat crow. I wonder what blend number crow flavored coffee is. Is that like pigeon milk? Are we in Animal Crossing? However, if the real killer was there at the scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer? To frame Rhonda Light, of course. Some dude just walked on you doing a murder. Of course you'd frame him. Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger? What's with this awkward silence all of a sudden? Looks like you're fresh out of parlor tricks.
They're on to you, Nick.
Just give me a moment to collect my thoughts. The real culprit killed Mr. Bullard at around 1 a.m. And Mr. Delight just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right? The killer clobbered Mr. Delight and then sounded the buzzer. Even though the security guard was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed. Security was supposed to respond? Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say. Very well then. Oh, got some guts. I like that in an opponent. Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer? To call the security guard. The killer knew that if they pressed that button, a guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted. Do you mean to say the killer called the guard on purpose? Yeah, to frame somebody, duh. Yes, although as it turned out, he never showed up. Because he was getting his clock cleaned at the time. Oh, Larry. Huh, what a touching story. You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to turn himself in? No, he's trying to frame the other dude. No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Kane Bullard, who was already dead. The defendant, Rhonda Light, who was out cold. And the 3rd person, the real killer. Hypothetically, yes. Now then, in this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Rhonda White.
And if any security guards came running in at that time, they would think that I was the murderer.
Yes, that was precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Rhonda Light for the murder. Spit out his coffee again. Order! Order! Order!
It would seem
More coffee!
I've been made to eat my words once again.
Actually, you've been made to do a spit take with a cup of coffee.
Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Wait a second. I'm the one and only Master Mas, so...
Yeah, you mean the real killer is...
I'm gonna drag that person in here right now.
But who is it?
I don't have any solid proof yet, but think about it. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity, and they also knew that he had been called to keep his security that night. So the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard. Now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it that framed Mr. Ron Delight for the murder of Kane Bullard? The only person who knows his identity, Luke Acme. And that's why he was just like, ah, yes, I'm totally the thief, because then I'm not a murderer. Take that! Detective Luke Acme. He's the only one who could have done it.
Ace Detective?
Look at me.
You mean Master Mask did it?
Your Honor, the person being tried in court next to us is not Master Mask at all. He is, in actuality, the true murderer of Kane Bullard. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Theft and murder. Which is the more serious crime? Not even close! Murder is more serious crime, of course! It's a capital crime subject to capital punishment. Please remember the trial from yesterday, if you would. When Luke Acme confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom.
Of course, a famous detective was unmasked as, well, as Master Mask.
Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. And that was his true objective all along.
To be found guilty?
Master Mask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Lordly Taylor. In other words, being found guilty as Master Mask was Luke Acme's airtight, watertight, and unassailable alibi.
Guilty verdict. As an alibi? You know, it's almost time. For what? For Luke Acme's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial, after all. If we're going to stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course. That's assuming you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder.
Oh shit.
Mr. Luke Acme's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we were to intrude and fail to provide adequate proof of his true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal.
Oof, am I really sure about this?
Bet's only good when your life's the ante.
Mr. Wright, I believe in you.
Mr. Delight.
So, please, I'm begging you.
Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this? Do it all the time.
Phoenix.
What was that?
Don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust.
That voice! It sounds like... Mia. Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess. Ha. So that's your answer, huh?
Very well, I've decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Luke Acme to the stand. Yes, Your Honor. October 14th, 11:58 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 5.
Well, Sir Detective Acme.
I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly.
Oh, now, Sir Detective Acme, you are the one who...
He's a strange-looking judge. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. This court finds the defendant Luke Acme.
Hold it!
Wait! Don't hand down your verdict yet, please. Well, Sir Lawyer, welcome to my courtroom. Oh, gee. Who's this hoser, eh? My name is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law, and I wish to file an accusation against this man, Luke Acme.
Accusation? You accuse Master Mask?
That man is not Master Mask. He's just a ruthless murderer.
What?
He's sweating bullets now. To be continued. Alright, so we're gonna save. And I think we're gonna stop for the day. I'm out of tea. that's the biggest reason, because I'm out of tea. And it's hard to keep going when I don't have tea. So let's see who's doing shit. Nobody I know is doing things. Okay, well, alright, we'll just leave it as is. So that was fun. That was definitely an adventure. So we accused our client of murder, but we're getting him off the hook, so we're doing a good job. We're doing something. We're making progress. This case has a lot of weird twists and turns, with people being like, haha, I am totally a thief because I don't want to be a murderer. But still not super clear on why Acme wanted to kill Kane Bullard? Unless they were working together. I don't know. That's going to be an interesting question for us to answer next time. So what we're going to try to do in the future, like I'm going to try to do this week, is I'm going to try to do, I said this earlier, I'm going to try to do like maybe a 14 stream earlier in the week, and then maybe like something more variety, so I could try out some other games later in the week, and then probably do more of this on the weekends, so I can take my time with it, you know? Or maybe we'll just end up doing more of this throughout the week, who knows? But yeah, that's kind of my current plan right now. So if you aren't currently following the stream and you want to watch more, please go ahead and hit that follow button so you can see when we go live with it next time. But other than that, thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun on this wild roller coaster of a game. And I will catch you all next time. See ya. Have a good night. Have a good rest of your weekend. And bye.